this woman to come in thinking she was buying a statue. We had a concrete statuary business.
Okay.
And what was so beautiful is instead of her purchasing a statue, she started talking about the Lord and told me there would be a service at a certain church where there would be a healing service.
Okay.
I had no idea of what she was talking about. But yet I remembered the church she had mentioned, and I went home and I told my mom and my husband, and away we went to church. It was my mom and I. And during the service, which I had never been in a Christian church such as this, there were so many miracles going on. I mean, people were jumping out of wheelchairs, the hearing that was impaired, their ears were opened. And then the pastor walked over to me with this evangelist that was there at the time visiting. And they spoke to me and said that I was suffering and I was being tormented. And at the end, the decision of the psychologist, psychiatrist, and doctor was that I would be committed. That was the last hope they had for me to South Oaks, a mental institution.
Wow.
And so they said that this would never happen. I would never be allowed. And the Lord would touch my life and I would be healed as of that moment forward. I would never touch another pill.
Wow.
And I left there. What had happened was I had my eyes closed as they were speaking. And it was so beautiful. The Lord appeared right in front of me. He had this beautiful white robe, and he just kept nodding his head, nodding his head. And I was slain, which is, being put under the power of God. And here I'm looking up, and he's looking down on me. And we left the service, and I went home. And I said to my mother, I don't know, Ma. I said, I don't know. I can't explain what happened, but something did happen. And so we stayed at the kitchen table all night talking about this service.
Wow.
And the morning came, and I says to my mother, Mom, I said, I have to take my medication. I couldn't find it. I forgot where I had placed my bottles. And then I said, wait a minute, the man of God said that I would never take another pill. And you know what, Ma? I'm not going to look any further because I feel good. And so from then on, this is what started a whole new, beautiful, wonderful life for me. And it's been miracle after miracle, testimonies upon testimonies. My whole family, seeing me healed, came to the knowledge of the Lord. They received healings.
Praise God.
I mean, the miracles I've had are very phenomenal, way out, wonderful miracles.
We're going to get into that, but how long ago was that?
What is it?
How long ago did you have this experience in the church?
This was 38 years ago. No, more than that. This was 1970. So it's, 37 years ago in January.
Okay.
That this experience, that, this revelation that I had with the Lord.
There's a lot of people that are watching today that, they've been in the religion.
Yes.
Like I was brought up Catholic, and
right.
I was forced to go to the confirmation classes, and as soon as that was done, that was the end of that. And maybe once in Christmas or Easter, I'd go to church, and a lot of people are like that today, that they know of him, but they don't know him. In a personal way. The Bible talks about Jesus talking to Nicodemus. And he said that you must be born again. And I feel bad because that has gotten such a bad rap.
Yes.
Because of people that have not done the right thing. And, I'm not here to judge them. We're not going to judge them.
No, not at all.
Because, we're all under construction.
Absolutely.
Every one of us is under construction. I'm going to fail, but Jesus is never going to fail. And there is something, there's something more. There's something more that God wants the people to experience, I believe, while they're watching this program.
Yes.
Just like when you walked into that church, something happened to
you.
To me. And depression today it's rampant.
Yes.
People are so depressed today because they don't have the true answer to their problem. And obviously, that depression was a big problem.
Oh, yes. It was
that
very
you
serious.
were going through.
Yes.
And it'll bring you to that point of suicide.
I was suicidal.
Yep.
I thought of it many times.
I'm sure.
Oh.
And like I accepted the Lord, you've heard my testimony
Yes.
on the way to a train station.